The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the Naked Podcast.
I like my Razor, but can I have my iPhone software back, please? Hey, it's Keelan.
Almost done with my playthrough of Wind Waker. It's Norma.
Hey, it's Ethan, and I'm just trying to figure out what's more fun than playing Sea of Thieves.
Hey, it's your DM Tech guy, Alan. It definitely is collecting chests and shooting your dog out of a cannon.
Pew!
Just straight out of cannon. Doesn't hurt them. It's okay.
The first time Alan did it, I was just like, my dog. I paid real money for this dog.
And then I told him,
$1.
look, she spawned back.
Do you have to feed it or anything, or it just lives on your ship?
Yeah, it just lives on your ship, follows you around.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to, take care of it.
Spawns everywhere.
Okay.
Nah. It's purely cosmetic.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if it's a cannon
But
or
you can
not.
buy a cat. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you could buy a cat or a dog.
I looked at cats because I wanted to buy a tuxedo cat, but they didn't have anything that was kind of tuxedo-y. They had something that was like gray with black on it, but didn't really fit the bill. But at least my Whippet looks like Artemis, our dog.
The dog is a whippet.
Mm-hmm.
My sister has a whippet, Lucy. She's blonde, though.
My Whippet's black and white.
No.
Because I whip it good. Oh.
No, it straight up shook me whenever I walked out of my office and looked at the screen and just saw Ethan loading a dog into a cannon and pointed it at a rock.
We couldn't really fire it into the sun like in Futurama, but we may do.
Oh my goodness.
I would be shook too. Alan had leaned over. She's like, Keelan just watched Ethan shoot his dog out of a cannon. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Sea of Thieves is just so fun.
There I am just playing Wind Waker. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, Ethan, if you heard me, I was like, got him! After I defeated a boss. Every so often I'll hear Alan comment like, good job, babe. I can't believe I'm almost done with that game. I feel like I just started it.
Yeah,
That's
you technically
super
did
exciting.
like a couple days ago.
Is this your first playthrough?
No, I played it twice when I was younger, but I haven't revisited that game in particular. Like I have Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or, So I kind of remember what I'm doing, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of nice to go through the puzzle again.
Figure it out.
I'm kind of doing the same thing with Super Mario Sunshine. I never owned the game, and I've never played it except for bits and pieces. But it reminds me a lot of Super Mario 64.
Why are we so nostalgic?
Yeah.
We're a nostalgic generation.
Definitely.
That's why Microsoft buying out, what was it?
Zenimax.
Zenimax?
Mm-hmm. I'm super excited that Microsoft bought out ZeniMax because, Microsoft's, the Microsoft Game Studio portion of the company has done so well with Halo, both with the transition from Bungie to 343 Studios. They've done a great job at bringing Banjo and Kazooie, all three games over onto the Xbox and ported over correctly. They also own Rare Software. That's how Rare Software is able to be exclusive to the Xbox and to PCs, Windows machines, especially because Sea of Thieves is a Rare game. I'm just excited to see what Microsoft's going to do with Bethesda, with Doom, with...
Yeah, they're really setting up with, what they got from Mixer plus what they've been buying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're working on something big that's going to come out in the next couple of years.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be xCloud. Once they officially, release their entire catalog of games on xCloud, they're going to be set. Google's not doing this with their Google Stadia. Amazon just put their foot in the ring with Luna, their cloud gaming platform, which I could see Amazon being a real contender, but Xbox is already a foot ahead of the competition with the technology that they acquired for Mixer.
Yeah, I think Amazon needs to really just focus on Twitch at the moment and not the gaming side of it.
I agree. I still don't understand why they relabeled Amazon Prime Gaming to just Prime Gaming.
Well, they're trying to rebrand everything to Prime.
I really like the Luna controller, though. Like, aesthetically, it looks really nice. And then, also, it's very similar to a Nintendo controller. So, I'm good with that.
If we took an Xbox controller and put it in a Nintendo pattern, could you use it?
Yeah.
I mean, I already own the 8-bit Do controller, and it looks very, very similar to
The old school SNES controller.
The old school SNES controller. Thank you. So it's very comfortable. I love this thing.
I don't understand what exactly, like, Amazon's trying to do, though, with Luna. Like, is it just, like, a Steam account? Like, a library of games? Is that what it is?
They're trying to do what Google Stadia is doing, trying to provide mobile platform gaming.
I just don't see how it's really going to work out without it being a marketplace in the first place. Like, I would understand if they teamed up with Steam, like, hey, any game available on Steam will be available on, on Luna. But if it's just... That's what the issue with Stadia is, that it's nothing behind it. It's just a device.
But Steam already does that. The games that you own through Steam already developed the technology to be able to stream it with their little square called the Steam Link, and they also have the application for your phone. So as long as you have a Bluetooth device connected to your phone, you can play those games that do have some controller support. But I agree. I mean, if they teamed up with Steam or the Epic Game Store or what was Origin, I'm pretty certain they'd be a strong contender against Microsoft.
I think that's just the biggest thing behind why I think Xbox will surpass everybody is the Xbox Game Store behind it. And what they were already doing with Game Pass between PC and console.
No one else is doing it.
Yeah, they're just leaps ahead of everybody else.
And Sony refused to do it for the longest time. I mean, anyone who's a gamer knows that Sony is very anti-cross-platform.
Well, and that's the thing is, though, Sony started on such a strong foot with a PSP, because when they went to the PSP Vita, you could like also share games between your PS3 and your PSP. And it made a little sense then.
I miss
kind of just like
Vita.
let it die.
Yeah. Kind of like how Nintendo's letting Mario Party die right now.
So you actually had a really good theory about that, Alan, about how Mario Party was made by Hudson.
Hudson Software? Yeah.
And now like the new Mario Party is called Super Mario Party.
So, theory is Hudson Software developed the original 9 Mario Parties, maybe the original 10. I think there was a Super Mario 10 at some point for the Wii U. Well, what if the rights to the way the game mechanics work, because in game development, the company that's contracting you to make the game owns the artwork, owns the theory, owns a whole bunch of shit, but they don't own the backstory, they don't own the game mechanics, they don't own a whole bunch of the the nitty-gritty to it. I think that currently Nintendo and Hudson Software are having a not a dispute, but kind of a back and forth as to who has the rights to Mario Party. And I think that's why Nintendo just released Super Mario Party without any of the original content.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, and they might have it to where they have to release one every so often.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just like the Pokemon games with Nintendo, they own the characters, the idea behind the idea behind Pokemon, but Game Freak develops the games for them.
Yeah.
But they be like contractually obligated to make a new game every so often.
I mean, maybe.
That would suck.
Yeah, that's what always happened. That's why you got the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Because Sony either had to make a movie or return the rights back to Marvel.
That's what they did with X-Men too.
But the Amazing Spider-Man wasn't that bad, and Garfield did a really good job for his version of Peter Parker.
He was my favorite Spider-Man, but my favorite Peter Parker and Spider-Man is still Tom Holland.
I think Tom Holland is
Tom Holland's been doing really well, and I like him, but come on, Tobey Maguire.
Ew.
Nah.
The best
We're
Spider-Man?
always going to have a soft spot in our heart for the OG.
I guess.
Because, I
Just the
mean, you
first
just
one.
can't get past him walking down the street. Hey.
I always think Spider-Man was
forgot
awkward
about
like that. That's why I think Tom Holland plays the part well, because he does play it awkwardly.
Yeah. And he's
Although-
really the only one who's gotten to grow in the character. Because Garfield had the 2 movies, Maguire had his 3 movies, and Holland's been in, 4 or 5 movies now?
He's been in 5, because it was Spider-Man, both Avengers at the very end, Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming. He was in another movie too.
Far From Home. So he's had 3 movies on his own.
Far From Home, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the Civil War and the 2 and Endgame.
Oh yeah, the 2.
So is that 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Go him. Well, he wasn't in one of them for half of it. But
But still.
Just because he got dusted away doesn't mean he was in half of it. His dust was in every scene.
Plus, like,
He was one with the universe, man.
I mean, literally, there were so many memes of that particular scene. Even in our universe.
Mr. Stark.
So, real quick, I was just curious on it. Does anyone have like a Halloween costume they're looking forward to seeing?
Not
Coronavirus.
Because I think about it like,
random change of topic.
well, like last year at this time, everyone was doing their Halloween costumes preps, right? Mm-hmm. And in-game was just like a thing, so you had all the like people acting as dust or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember
What?
that.
I don't remember that.
I remember there being a costume of a guy wearing a black shirt, a little Ziploc bag with dust in it, and on the Ziploc bag it said Peter Parker.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Cold-blooded.
Savage.
But yeah, it's a good idea. For costumes, I'd like to see what people dress up as coronavirus. Let's see if anyone dresses up as that.
Oh, 100%. Trying to think of like any like big, like really no big movies have come out this year.
Mulan, but there's a whole thing about that that's very political.
No one claims that one.
Mm-hmm.
Trolls World Tour.
Scooby-Doo.
That came
That
out a
was a
couple
cute
years
movie.
ago.
No, it just came out this year. The Trolls movie came out a couple
Oh.
years ago.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. It doesn't really count as a movie, but Tiger King.
Onward.
Yeah, that's definite. That's a definite thing that's going to happen this year. I don't know. Who do you guys think is going to have a good Halloween costume this year?
Yeah, Tiger King's going to have the best costumes, hands down. Because those have already started coming out. All you really need is like a fringe vest, and that can go for either Carol or Joe. A little, upside down U mustache.
Yeah, definitely a handlebar mustache is a must with a mullet.
Thank you. Get a little clip-on eyebrow ring.
I mean, other than costumes, like, we've decorated our house for Halloween already, and it's pretty good. We have to add in a graveyard, but it's pretty cool because my two neighbors to the left of us, they have big spiders just like we have big spiders, so it's kind of like a spider theme. I really like it. And, I mean, getting into October is, like, my favorite month. So do you guys have any October traditions that you do, like getting into the fall and spooky season?
We watch a Ginger Snaps movie every year. We just watched the third one last year, so I guess it's time to start with the first one again.
Smart.
So why do you guys watch
we
it?
always have to... It was one of our first dates when we first got together.
Oh.
I was like, hey, do you want to watch this really weird Canadian indie horror movie?
They made 3 of them.
Hey, they must be great.
They won't make Wolf Cop 2, but they'll make Ginger Snaps Oblivion. You know what I mean?
He stuck with me long enough to finish them. I'm so proud.
I've never seen a single Ginger Snaps movie.
I remember being younger, going to Blockbuster and getting, horror movies when Halloween came around. And somehow I caught on this one. And it's just been one of those staples where now I have to watch it. Because I love the lead actresses. I can't remember their names right now. But if you've ever seen Selena Gomez's A Cinderella Story.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
They were the stepsisters in that.
Oh.
Both of them. And this movie is just like so much grittier than, the mainstream stuff that we've seen them in. And I'll have to let y'all watch them, or we're going to have a watch party.
That'd be cool.
As long as we do a watch party for The Hobbit.
Is that your October watch?
I don't really know what I watched during October, but I remember when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, pretty much anything that was Tim Burton that was dark and edgy.
Oh, yeah.
What you really gotta watch is Wolf Cop, okay?
I've never heard of that, and I've never
Best
seen it.
Halloween movie ever.
I mean...
So a cop turns into a werewolf and still fights crime.
Nice.
Isn't that a What's His Nuts movie?
No.
Oh.
It's like a B-rated movie.
I love that you knew exactly
and at the
who
end of the
she was
movie,
referring
it says...
Yeah,
At the end of the
it's
movie, it says Wolf Cop 2 coming soon, and it never came out.
to. Oh.
Aww.
It's like Kung Fu Hustle 2. It's still in production.
Yeah.
God damn it, Stephen Chow. Release it.
I like to watch...
So what Michael J. Fox movie is it that he turns into a wolf?
Teen Wolf.
Teen
Oh.
Wolf.
And then Teen Wolf in London.
Oh, I was wondering if that was the same series or not.
No, what I'm ready... If we're going to do a watch party, what I'm ready for is the Leprechauns.
Yeah, they're all on
have
HBO
'em.
right now.
Yeah, Leprechauns in Space. Leprechauns Back to the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
good
one,
ones,
Norman,
you know
I
what I
started
mean?
watching.
That was when I saw at Blockbuster, but I never got it because it always looked so scary. So when I saw the 3-pack at Walmart, I was like, yeah, I'm finally going to watch them. And I still haven't opened them.
Don't hate me, but at some point, I need to watch The Goonies and Lost Boys.
He
Right?
still hasn't.
You've had those DVDs for like a year now.
It's been
I
like
know.
6 months, but yes.
I feel bad.
You need to know who
Well, it's
Samwise
okay, we
Gamgee was before he was Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
and
on
when
board
I
for
yell
this.
at you, do the truffle shuffle, you'll know what to do then.
I'm not doing.
And
the
you'll
truffle
never
shuffle.
look at you'll never look at a box of takeout Chinese the same way again.
Okay,
You will get these
I'll take your all's
references.
word for it. I know the truffle shuffle. Okay.
My favorite things
Show
to
me.
watch during October are Halloweentown, all of them. Halloweentown 1, 2, Halloweentown High. Love it. Although,
But not the fourth
yeah,
one.
not the fourth one. I always forget about
We
that
don't
one.
acknowledge the fourth one.
Hocus Pocus is another one.
Wasn't there Hocus Pocus 2 at some point? Or they were remaking it?
They were supposed to remake it, I think, sometime in the last 3 years. They, like, confirmed it.
It's kind of like a Beetlejuice
It's
2.
all lies.
Yeah, Beetlejuice 2 is supposed to be a thing, and then you couldn't even buy it for a long time because they're remastering their version and they're releasing it. I think they already released it, if not already. But
That's a good movie to
Beetlejuice.
watch. Beetlejuice. Say it 2 more times.
Beetlejuice. Do you guys ever Alan's sister, she had sent us a message about like Bloody Mary and how when she goes to the bathroom at night, like she doesn't look in the mirror. And I'm like, I do the same thing. Sometimes I'm like, wouldn't it be crazy just to say Bloody Mary right now? And then I freak myself out saying like, oh gosh, don't say it again. Like even in my own head. So I don't know why those scare me so much, but I have a strange suspicion that it was my aunt. My aunt used to tell me scary stories to keep me to behave. I realize now it's just childhood trauma, but
So, I was thinking about it. What scary movie, like the first one, like rocked your world, and then they came out with a sequel, and it just made you laugh? So, like, if you think about like the first Leprechaun movie is pretty scary movie, right? And then after that, they're all comical. Or like The Ring. The first Ring was super scary, right? And then the second one was just like, I remember being at the theater heckling the screen because it was funny.
The
You're
Grudge.
heckling the screen. Oh my god, the Grudge. Yeah.
The Ring 2.
Oh.
It doesn't have a sequel, but I remember the first scary movie I ever watched. I was in I want to say I was in second grade, and it was Sleepy Hollow had come out, or we watched Sleepy Hollow. And for whatever reason, I ended up sleeping in the living room that night, and I kept trying to go into my parents' room. I'm like, he's coming to cut off my head. He's coming to cut off my head.
Aww.
What was your first scary movie?
I don't know. I'm just going to change the question.
I don't remember my first scary movie, but I remember watching The Saw, The Hills of Ice, Hills of Ice 2, which was eh. The first one was better. Man, I don't remember my first scary movie. I remember I was
mine.
really afraid of Chucky when I was younger.
My dad used to watch scary movies with us when we were like really young, so we wouldn't be scared of anything. Had the opposite effect because he also liked to sneak out of the room and then come back in and scare the shit out of us. So it didn't help. I'm still a pansy when it comes to scary movie.
There was one time we were watching scary movies at somebody's house, and there was like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 of us, and we were all like huddled on the couch, right? And her dad came in with fireworks and lit them and threw them right behind the couch. It scared the shit out of us, man.
Damn.
Did y'all catch any whiff of the Ilhan Omar
No.
issues? So, you know, Project Veritas? Well, they've been investigating her campaign and stuff.
Wait, whose campaign?
And Ilhan Omar, she's a big, influential Democrat
Okay.
House member. Yeah, and so they have video evidence and everything they released of not only her, but the city
Oh
councilman
my god.
paying and harvesting votes.
What? Oh my god.
God,
From like immigrant communities.
that's fucked up. Just why would you do that?
For power.
You know what? Thomas Jefferson said it best when he put a clause for us to overthrow the government.
Well, that's why it's so. Your Second Amendment rights are so important.
To bear arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case we
I thought that was to have bear arms.
Oh wait.
And Seth MacFarlane sues you.
Oh, is that his joke?
That's a Family Guy reference. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
They literally do a skit of that.
I didn't either. So what am I supposed to do with all these bear arms then?
They're like, they're like, do you think they're gonna understand what we mean when we say right to bear arms? And they look at like a pair of bear arms on the wall. And they're like, yeah, I think they'll understand.
So your herd has a pretty great announcement.
What is it? I want to be. You heard it up? I don't know. I'm sorry, that was bad.
We're gonna heard you.
You heard it up. Eh.
I heard it here first.
We are finally starting up our book club.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
We're very excited to.
And
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We're very excited to read a new book that came out, I believe, this year. Suzanne Collins' A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Nailed it.
Yay!
Yeah, 'cause you have one snake and one songbird.
Yeah, and they fight.
And they work together.
It's a prequel to the Hunger Games, so it tells President Snow's kind of like come to power.
His story, yeah.
Also, fuck that guy.
They start when he's still in the academy and they follow him. It's pretty interesting.
That episode will come out on the 19th, so keep an eye out for it.
Well, that wraps up another great episode. Thanks for joining us. Find our memes and other great content on Twitter and Instagram at OG_the Naked Pod.
Run over to our website, officialmillennials.com, and you'll find our wonderful blog, some notes here and there from others, and a link to our Patreon, where for $1 you become a patron.
What do we get out of the $1 patron?
All of Alan's love and respect.
I'm okay with that.
And
As
a
long as-
handwritten note.
No handwritten note. My handwriting's shitty. While you're on the internet, definitely hop over to our Twitch and Mixer channels. On Twitch, we're Official Millennials. On Mixer, we're Official Mills. We will be trying to do some streaming this summer, so definitely check that out. Maybe we'll have a live show, and I will be doing streaming Mondays and Thursdays over at Mixer and Twitch. My handle is PeachZ90.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find all of our episodes with a little extra fun mixed in. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.
This is an Official Millennials production.